that the police department apparently approved, not knowing that he had "You're effed" inscribed on it. So second-degree murder, right? So now the police officer's shocked. I can't believe they're going to charge me with second-degree murder. Well, the prosecutor came out and said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do negligent homicide. And the minimum is probation.
Yeah.
The minimum for second degree is like 15 years or something. He hasn't been in jail yet. He hasn't even been in county jail at all.
At all.
Been released and, he's a good guy.
Right.
So plead to that and you'll get maybe a couple years, maybe probation. Who knows? Meanwhile, the victim's wife has filed a $35 million wrongful death suit, which I'm sure she'll get something for that.
Right. I would guess.
Update, I found out today.
Yep.
He pleaded not guilty to the main charge, so he didn't take the plea.
That's how sure he is.
Right. And he might get off if he goes before a jury, but that's a risk he takes.
So,
So the point is, I guess, and I've had attorneys comment on Facebook that I know who said,
super official then.
Listen, no, their advice was, don't have things inscribed on your handguns because it looks bad in front of a jury.
Sure.
And the prosecutor made a big deal about this.
Sure.
Because it's showing a premeditated type frame of mind.
And it doesn't help you out at all.
Does not help you.
No.
Now, if you inscribe something like, the last thing I want to do is kill you.
That might be good.
Or, please, for God's sakes, don't make me shoot you.
Yeah. Please drop the gun so I don't have to do anything hasty.
But putting "your effed" or I see a lot of the Punisher, I see a Punisher grips,
which
with
is
logo.
cool.
Yeah,
looks cool.
He's a vigilante,
It's cool.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, right. It doesn't.
Anything that can be used against you in a court of law will be. So
now some people would say things like, "Don't express your opinion on the internet," on a talk show.
That's true too.
So there's a line. Well, there isn't really a line, but we have free speech exists.
That's brought up. You can say whatever you want, but when you're a law enforcement officer and you say "you're effed" on your assault rifle, that's not a department issue.
I think
weapon.
I think it's stupid.
It looks bad.
It's stupid.
Perception. There's perception and there's reality, right?
Yep.
Not always the same thing.
Not always. Yeah.
So I guess I should get rid of my pink gun.
No, that's reality. It's pink.
I'm over 40, but I'm married.
There's exceptions to that rule.
All right, so let's hear what Bernie has to say, huh?
Ooh, yeah.
On guns. He was on, I think, Meet the Press this last week.
I want to say
maybe a week ago.
I think it was the last or the one before the last Democratic debate.
Yeah.
He actually said something about guns that I agreed with.
They're all bad and evil?
To a point.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they're all bad and evil, he said. And
you agree with that?
That's exactly right.
Will you give me all your guns?
Exactly right. No, that's not what it was.
Oh.
They were talking about Hillary Clinton was saying how they passed the bill that gave amnesty to gun manufacturers.
Oh, and
that they can't be held liable.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he said, if you're talking about gun manufacturers being held liable with what people do with their products,
then you have to cars.
That's not right.
Yeah, he says
that's
about
not
cars.
Right. Yeah, we don't do that with cars. You don't do it with anything else. Now, he added what I don't agree with was, now, if the gun manufacturers are knowingly putting guns into areas where there's a high level of crime or high chance that they'll be used, then we should look at that.
No,
which I completely agree with, or disagree with.
Yeah.
But he was pretty good on the liability thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
everything else he's ever said is crazy. I agree with that.
I'm going to play it. You stop it whenever you want to make a comment, if at all. So we can.
I can't. I don't know if you know how computers work.
And
my arm isn't that long. I can't do that.
You want me to stop it?
You'll have to.
So you'll have to.
I mean, I could stop it, but you wouldn't be able to start it again.
Steve, how do we handle this?
Hang on. Okay, you play it.
Oh, wait a minute. That's an AR-15.
I'll stop it when I'm ready.
Put that down. All right. Ready? Well, be careful. Those are expensive. All right, so Bernie Sanders on guns.
I come from a state which has virtually no gun control, and yet I voted to ban certain types of assault weapons.
Ooh, good for you.
I voted to close the gun show loophole, and I voted for instant background checks. And what I said is that as a nation, we can continue screaming at each other, or else we've got to find common ground.
Well, what is that? What is that? Because
common
you've said
ground
it.
is,
What is
for
it?
a start, universal instant background checks.
We have that.
Nobody should have a gun who has a criminal background, who's involved in domestic abuse situations. People should not have guns who are going to hurt other people, who are unstable. And second of all, I believe that we need to make sure that certain types of guns used to kill people exclusively, not for hunting, they should not be sold in the United States of America. And we have a
So what is a gun that is used to kill people exclusively, not for hunting? What is that?
As you and I talked before the show, any gun can be used exclusively for
Killing people or hunting.
Or hunting. Sometimes both.
Yeah.
I like to do both.
Sometimes they hunt people. Didn't Ted Nugent have a show on a while ago where it was like hunt people show? They didn't kill them, but
maybe, I don't know.
There's
been shows like that. I don't know. I think maybe you just made that up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I might have.
But I have a 30-06 that I bought just exclusively to kill people.
No, you didn't. Stop it.
Oh, okay. No, that's not true.
What do your lawyer friends say about you saying that on the internet?
They don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah,
they
right.
don't return my
You
calls.
cannot represent you, Brian.
And they're never going to represent
You're
me.
a lost cause.
So, yeah, I don't know
It's
what that
insane.
means. It's stupid.
Yeah.
huge loophole now with gun shows that should be eliminated. There may be other things that we have to do. But coming from a rural state, I think I can communicate with folks coming from urban states where guns mean different things than they do in Vermont where it's
Really?
used for
No,
hunting.
I don't know about
That's
that.
where we've got to go. We don't have to argue with each other and yell at each
Wait.
other. We need a common sense solution.
We have to yell at each other.
Hold on. Was that the end?
Yeah. You want me to play it
So,
again?
No, I don't want you to play it again. Is he saying that in Vermont, guns are used for hunting? That's it, right? There's no gun crime in Vermont, being a rural state. Also, apparently, no urban areas in Vermont. There are no cities.
And
Secondly, what is he pointing out when he talks about how in rural areas, apparently there's no gun crime? In urban areas, apparently there's a lot of gun crime.
The only reason they have a gun in urban areas is to exclusively kill people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he look at like maybe the laws in those areas or maybe who's running those areas?
Why doesn't he just think before he talks?
Well, yeah, he could. Look, but he does this. He uses a lot of hand gestures.
You know, I don't think he's Jewish. He looks like he's Italian. You know, the Italian. Oh, boy, I've just lost that audience now.
Well, he's not very loud.
It's you. You said that. Wow.
That's where you were going,
No,
right?
it wasn't.
Yes,
they
it
use
was.
their hands a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah,
is all
yeah.
I'm going to say. Boy, oh, boy.
Jeez.
Okay, that's done. All right, I can close that out. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
We're done?
No.
I mean, you played all that just to say Bernie Sanders is an idiot. Moving on.
That's what we said.
Okay. Well, why don't you, queue up the other thing? We're running out of time.
Tell me what.
Got just like a
well,
minute and a half left.
Really? All right, so
Yeah,
we'll do this. It's been a nice show with you, Nate. I love it. It's almost like we're on NPR.
This
We'll
is
talk
the big
very
surprise
soon.
you had planned for me?
This was it. We're going to play a
Great.
little Danny Boy,
No, that's exciting.
also known as London Derriere.
Yeah, if you're talking about the non...
anyway, we
so
can go out and talk about the Pentagon deploying military spy drones.
I don't
over
think
the
we want
US.
to do that. Look,
We'll save
Well,
that
I
for
think-
later.
I think
You
something
wanna
as simple
recap?
as Happy St. Patrick's Day.
How about this?
Go out, have some green beers, drive safe,
How
get a
about this?
cab, call Uber. Except,
What's the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral? One less drunk. What would you get?
that's
What would you get if you crossed
that one
Christmas?
was actually pretty terrible.
What would you get if you crossed Christmas with St. Patrick's Day?
Valentine's Day?
Santa Claus.
All right.
What would you get if you crossed Quasimodo with an Irish football player? You'd get the halfback of Notre Dame. I like that one.
That one's pretty good. All right.
What's the leprechaun's favorite kind of music? A shamrock and roll.
All right. We are out of time, though.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.